This is absolutely fascinating when you realize that people within the Western industry that deals with anime, a lot of them view it as pornography. Like, for them, there is no difference between Pornhub and Uzaki-chan. It's literally the one and the same. You may as well put pornography on Crunchyroll, and there is no difference because A equals B and B equals A. Now, the interesting thing is that this isn't coming from pious individuals, because this is what pisses me off. Like, the culture is organized in a way that if people disavow something, we must automatically assume that they're the opposite. Like, these people are probably like Matt Walsh. They have strong families. They go to church every Sunday. They're pious individuals. They're doctors and engineers. Just because they're looking at some fan service and they say pornography, it automatically means that these are beacons of society. When in reality, they are promoting some of the most vile and disgusting type of things in existence. Arcane and Devil May Cry. Do you think this is some anime that's pious, that's holy, that's for the children? Like, seriously, imagine your grandma watching Netflix Devil May Cry. Would she like it? Would she consider that it's godly, that it's pure? The very fact that I see right-wingers falling for this bullshit and becoming useful idiots for these corporate grifters breaks my fucking heart. I'm not kidding. Like, it's so fucking easy to manipulate a lot of right-wingers today. All you gotta say is to disavow porn, and they follow you like lambs. They will look at you with awe and reverence. Not all of them, but enough of them, in order to form a posse on Twitter and then start harassing activists. I'm seeing this constantly now. I don't know if you guys use Twitter. Maybe you don't spin around my circles. But I constantly see artists and people that are creators on Twitter being harassed by right-wingers. Why? Because of fan service. Literally that. They draw a My Hero Academia character, or they draw some anime girl in a goth attire. It's not even sexual, it's not even naked, it's not even not safe for work. And they're getting a lot of Westerners just harassing them for no fucking reason, because most of the leftists already went for blue sky. So, like, Twitter has, like, a lot of these right-wingers that are like, anime is pornography, and I must dedicate my entire existence in order to uproot it from the West, and in order to replace it with good Netflix productions, such as Devil May Cry and Arcane. This is what the West is proud of. We want to see women that look like men. We want to see proud social justice. Hey, dude, this is what you're doing, okay? Like, the only way that current Western entertainment can stop being slop is if something else replaces it. If you're just attacking its competition, because this is the interesting thing. I don't see anyone attacking, like, Devil May Cry creators. I don't see anyone attacking women that look like men on Twitter. No, like, that's fine, like, you're proud of that shit. And you're promoting woke ideology as a right-winger by attacking the only thing that's currently trying to get into the market to compete with wokeness. It baffles my brain. Like, why are people doing this? Are you literally not seeing what's going on? Do you not think that corporations want to have you as a useful fucking idiot? Okay, anime is pornography now. I don't get it though. Because, like, I grew up with American slasher movies. Like, did you guys miss them? Like, did you not have a childhood? Did you not grow up with all of those slasher films like Scream and Jason Voorhees and, like all of those shows that were extremely popular back in the day? And all of them had sex in it. Like, all of them was about a couple of teenagers that went into a cabin of the woods or went onto a mountain retreat, right? And there's a serial killer there, starts killing all of them. And there's like sex scenes in it for no fucking reason. You get to see massive tits from real people. Was that pornography? Is that no different than Pornhub now? And if the answer is that, okay, it was pornography and you have people that grew up with that and they're fine, why are you like over-exaggerating? Why are you hyper-analyzing every single thing? Because if you stay there and you start to hyper-analyze the culture of America back when it was popular, you would be like, well, why are people watching this? Why do you want to see some teenagers getting stabbed? Why are you watching porn on the big screen? You know, like Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers has that scene where they share a bathroom and the women are naked. Why does it need to be in the movie? Why does it have to be included? Why do you have to hyperanalyze it? It's like, but how can we allow, if we allow other people, are you the father all of a sudden? Do you get a hard on dictating to other individuals what entertainment they should consume? Because this is the thing that baffles my fucking brain. You're not talking about, you know, how people behave in society, what jobs they should have. No, you're talking about entertainment. Like, is there anything that another person can do that is like outside of your criticism? Someone watches anime in their own house. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, 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 no. It's like, where does it end though? Like, why aren't you lecturing your family? Oh, because you have none. I see. This is the problem, right? Like, you have Westerners that are now promoting their own animes, like Arcane, like Devil May Cry, which in my opinion are shit. And in order for them to be successful, they have to attack the competition. Because the reality is, people are attracted to stuff that shows genuine human emotion. Wholesomeness, romance, all these things do not exist in Western media anymore. Like, seriously, think about a Western movie or a Western production that deals with romance. Any whatsoever in the last 10 years, I can't think of any. The only sexual thing that the West does is stuff like Baldur's Gate, hookup culture. But then when you look at anime that's, for instance, like Uzaki Wants to Hang Out, or you look at Rental Girlfriend, and all these other things, they have no sex in them whatsoever. There's no sex scenes in them, but what you do have, yeah, you have fan service, and the focus is on the romance. And of course, like, people are going to watch that. If you offer nothing in the West, it's a human emotion, very legit, that the Westerners just don't produce, so they're going to go to the competition. You can't cry about it, you know, you can moralize, you can say, oh, these anime shouldn't exist. People are still going to watch it. Because these types of stories, we used to have them. Mass Effect, for instance, used to make really amazing romance stories. Why don't we do that anymore? Well, because we allow these people to occupy a central space in culture where they basically consider that any type of romance is pornography. And we think that these are people better than us. We subject ourselves to their will. We allow their thoughts to dominate us. And so they're the ones that create entertainment. And what do they create? Well, they create Arcane and Devil May Cry and Netflix productions. And so we don't deserve entertainment anymore. We don't deserve good things because we're not capable of appreciating them. If we're going to constantly hyperanalyze art and we look at the Jason Voorhees TV show, it's like, but why is Jason killing people? Why do you enjoy watching that? Why do you enjoy innocent teenagers getting killed? Why do you enjoy the sex scenes? Why do you enjoy in Game of Thrones the incest? Why do you enjoy this? Why? If you're going to hyperanalyze like this, I don't know, like, I used to go to the theater before the internet became famous. I didn't hear, you know, anyone at a Shakespeare play, but like, but why is happening? But like Romeo and Juliet, but how old are they? But why is this? But no one was asking those questions. People were shutting the fuck up. They were shutting off their brain and they were enjoying the masterpiece they were watching. Like, no one was like constantly, but why is this? But why is that? But. And it's interesting how, like, Western productions get away from the scrutiny, right? Like, no one is bitching about Devil May Cry. No one is bitching about Arcade. No one is bitching about Western shit. The only thing they will say is that, oh yeah, well, it's woke and it's cringe. But, like, they don't do the same targeted harassment that I see being done towards Asian actors now. For no reason whatsoever. And anyway, right, like, this article literally says that during the pandemic, you have, like, a lot of people that notice that anime is a fat paycheck. So they join the industry, not because they like the industry, not because they're interested, and they literally joined it because of money. And once they joined it, it's like they feel uncomfortable working with it, and so they want to change it. And so they're bringing the Western mindset, which is like extreme trash humor, hyper violence, like over the top gore, blood, guts everywhere. That's what they like. But anything that has to do with the feminine form, anything that has to do with affection, any high school romance, any fan service, anything like that, they consider it pornography and they want it banned. And so what you're going to end up doing is you're going to create anime to be at the same level of Disney and Netflix, which is shit, and people are going to start watching Chinese stuff. Like, the Chinese people are now making their own animes, they're making their own stuff, and they're becoming very popular. And that's why you're a useful idiot, because you're not stopping anything, right? You're not convincing people that watching these types of anime is bad. You're not actually trying to reach people and have a normal conversation. No, you're an emotional bucket that constantly moralizes and preaches and tries to change companies in order to modify their TOS to not allow some anime to be made in the West. But the people still crave the things that you're trying to ban. And so they're going to go to someone else that offers them. And the world is too big for you to control. They're going to go to Japan. And this is why Japanese productions are becoming more and more successful recently. It's sad. I don't know what to do about it. I just call it out as I see it. I'm not moralizing people, telling them to stop. I know that every single generation has these emotional buckets. Used to be about violence back in the day. Like, they wouldn't care that in Dragon Ball, Bulma, which by the way was underage, would show her coochie to Mount Roshi, and Mount Roshi would have blood coming out of his nose. Because, like, people understood, okay, that's comedy. Like, that's done for comedic release. It's funny, it's hilarious. Even they would probably laugh, right? Like, Bulma flashing her tits at Mount Roshi, and Mount Roshi all of a sudden having a hyper-exaggerated response. You didn't have sex in Dragon Ball, like, and no episode shows sexual contact between two people, but it's all, fan service done for humor. No one cared about it at the time. What they did care, violence. Like, Frieza impaling Krillin on his horn, and then bouncing Krillin as Krillin is coughing and puking blood. And people would be like, but why does it have to be so violent? Why can't Frieza just punch Krillin and that's it? Why do you have to go so over the top? What type of sick fuck watches that? And that used to be back then. Now, for some reason, it switched. Violence is acceptable, but any type of erotica, any type of drawn characters, because that's what pisses me off, Like, I understand when you go after OnlyFans, like, I understand when you go after Pornhub, but, like, now even, like, if someone doodles some shit and does a little bit of fan service, it's the same like Pornhub, really? In your sick brain, you cannot make the difference? Like, if you watch this image or you watch Pornhub, it's the same in your mind. No difference whatsoever. Okay, I mean, sure. You're easy to please. Then what can I say? You're very easy to arouse. Other people can watch a statue of Venus that's naked without getting a boner. By the way, like, it is possible. Maybe you can find out how to do it. Maybe someone can teach you, or maybe I'm that different. Maybe I can watch a piece of art without getting a boner every single time. Or I can watch some fan service and just laugh at the comedy and the ridiculousness rather than, like, hyper-analyze every aspect. But what can you do? Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.